Hey, we all know how we're gonna die, baby. We're gonna crash and burn.
Alright guys, welcome back. This week I got 2 eBay purchases. I'm going to show some magazines, sort of piggybacking off Mr. Rigor Mortis 86's one of his latest videos where he's showing some Wizard magazines. I'm not sure if I believe I have shown one of these issues, and the rest I don't think I've shown on this platform. I think I've shown a couple on either Instagram or TikTok, so it'll be new to the YouTube. But first up, the 2 eBay packages I got. The one I bought because I was like I missed a show due to illness this past a couple weeks ago now by the time this comes out. Or was it? Yeah, so about a couple weeks. And wanted to get something at least. I found this book. Yeah, I'll get more into it when we get closer to that book. But first up, I ended up picking up a 3-issue mini-series. And of course, it's from Verotik Comics. We were going 1 week without that. As I'm building my Verotik collection. So this is a 3-issue series. I believe it's from 1997. It's Rouge. Probably mispronouncing that. My Spanish ain't that good. Neither is my English. Yeah, I think it's obviously French because the storyline's dealing with New Orleans and voodoo and stuff. So, but yeah, this is issue number 1, and show this one so I don't get thrown off eBay for the other cover. But let's see if we get a little better here. It's right about, it's probably about as good as I'm getting right about there. Yeah, I was just on eBay and I found it for, I think it was, came out to be about $16 shipped, I believe. So it wasn't too bad. Usually when I find these books separately, they're between $5 and $6, and that's not shipped. So that was a good deal, and these were all pretty decent condition. So I'm really satisfied. Another hole in my collection filled. The thing about this is, it's obviously written by, oh, there it is, Glenn Danzig. But the artist in here on this first issue, Calvin Irving, I was like digging the art. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a little bit pieces here and there, but I never actually read the actual comic until now. So, but yeah, we can open up here and we can take a little look. But yeah, so this came out in '97, I believe. I'll double check here real quick after we open it. I gotta watch what I show on here, of course. But you get the yeah, 1997 it came out. Never mind, I had to do a hard cut there. I just realized. There you go. So you can see the art style here, the book. If you're wondering why I had to do a hard cut, I showed another picture and then I realized it wasn't something I could show on YouTube. So, but you get the idea, you know. Let's see if I can find another safe page. Safe. There you go. So yeah, it's let's see here. It was pretty decent art, so I decided to look up the one artist on here because, like I said, he did the first issue also, and I found out he passed away in 1999. He was actually part of Extreme Studios, like Rob Liefeld's Image, when he was with Image, and yeah. So I think he did the book Chapel, at least a couple of the issues of that. So I might try to find those and dig them out. not sure how much they go for or anything. I didn't do any real research on it, but yeah, apparently he passed away in '99. And from everything I read and watched about him, there's very little out there. Like some of these artists, I mean, it's like the pre-internet era, you know, between like 90 and 2000. A lot of those artists that were, you know, around that time, they may have done a couple series here and there, and they went on to do something else or unfortunately pass away. So it's very little information about these guys, and but I did manage to find a couple of things. But so I'll leave a link down below for the one video. I think it was somebody that worked with him at Extreme Studios was talking a little bit about him. That I think that's what he said. And found a couple of things on Facebook. Apparently he was a super nice guy, so it sucks because I sort of dug that style. I mean, same in this book. He was teaming up with somebody in that book. I'm not sure if they were handling different parts there, but yeah, you can see like his art right here, and this is the first issue. Yeah. See if I can find another page real quick. Got that. It almost got like, you can tell he was influenced by like the Bernie Wrightsons and all that. So, yeah, possibly even Kelly Jones. Those types of artists. But definitely, it stinks, that you find that stuff out, like almost 30 years freaking later. Then the last issue of Rouge, issue number 3, and he was not even on this book at all. So let's see, we got yeah. But yeah, that takes another section out of another couple books off the checklist for my Verotik collection. It's coming along pretty well. I think I'm up to almost pretty much a short box and a half of individual issues. That's not even including all the doubles I got. So, I got quite a few doubles. But definitely worth, finding these books. It's just one of my favorite things, a part of my hobby, just finding these Verotik books, because they're not, I can't go to freaking stores, and when I do find them, it's like, oh, it's like discovering gold. So I gotta basically scavenge online, Facebook Marketplace, eBay. I buy a lot off their eBay store, the actual publishers. So, but definitely super happy about that. There's one more I'm on the hunt for that I really want to get in my collection. There's a lot more, but the one I'm aiming for next is, hopefully it'll be here, or hopefully I'll get it soon. I keep getting outbid, and I still think it's priced a little too high. I think it got to get down to that $30 mark before I pull the trigger on it. Next up, I bought this book. I wasn't feeling too well. I threw up a bid, maybe a little bit more than I wanted to, but I think I got a decent deal on it. Came well packaged, so no complaints. But this is a book I've been hunting for a while, and those that are new to this channel, things I collect is obviously Verotik issues, Verotik comics, different DC Silver Age, the big 4 superheroes. Unfortunately, this is might be even considered a C-lister. It's Aquaman. But the villain's an A-lister, in my opinion. He's one of the coolest looking guys, especially the modern version of him. And this is Aquaman, issue number 35. The first appearance of Black Manta. I just loved him in that movie. I've never seen the sequel to Aquaman, so I guess I got to check that out. I'm not even sure if Black Manta is, but I remember seeing that at the theater And I was like, whoa, man, this is cool. Besides that, I knew who he was, you know, years ago. I read comics, you know. The sole reason I bought other Aquaman issues was just because of that character. It's not, yeah, like I said, Aquaman's like a C-list character, you know. No offense. He's not one of the big, you know, the big four, you know, Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, and Flash, you know. So yeah, I definitely super happy to have this in my collection. Like I said, you know, I might have paid a little bit too much for it, but I think I got a decent deal on it. They said the grade was, you know, 4.0, something like that, so 4.0. The only way we can do that is open it up. So let me cut to another. We'll adjust the camera here, and then we'll do a little page count so we can like flip through it. So you gotta make sure anytime it's over $20, what are we doing, folks? We're counting them pages. 8 to the staple, staple 8 to the back. So man, remember 8 and 8. But by the time we get back, we'll, you know, we'll throw this guy in Mylar, give him a little facelift there, you know, so you can see what's going on here. So we got, I don't know, it's hanging on by a thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're right. We got our 8 pages now. So remember, I don't count the cover. I just count the pages. 8 to the staple. Then you want to go staple 8 to the back. So now we're going to start over again here. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Making sure nothing's cut out. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's all complete. It's all I can ask for. Yeah, the bottom staples, it's on there barely. So I probably won't be opening this anymore. I might. We'll see. But it's a pretty decent copy. I mean, I from what I saw, I've seen of it so far, I pretty much agree with the greatest. Yeah. All right, we're back. Now we got the got it in Mylar here. Let's see. Probably not going to show up on the yeah, a little bit better. So as far as the eBay grade goes, I think it's pretty close. I mean, might be more on the 3.0 side, but I think the price I got it for is fair enough. Yeah, before I couldn't even touch this book for under 200. You know, even in pretty shitty conditions. Like I said, the bottom staple is a little worrisome, but it's still attached, so hanging on by a thread. But yeah, again, super happy to have this in my collection. Trying to think the next book. Like I said, I do collect DC comics, first appearances, especially from the Silver Age. Obviously, I'd love to have Golden Age, but it, you know, a little pricey. But I think the next one I'm after is Justice League issue number 75. It's like the first appearance of that version of was it Black Canary. So yeah, I think that's the next one on my list that I might go looking for. All right, so I figured I'd show a couple magazines here that I picked up over the past couple months. I'm going to show the one I think I may have shown before, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe this is the show my cover, but this is Conan. This is Saga, issue number 31. I'm pretty sure I've shown this one on here, but what the hell, looks nice. So have to hold it up like that almost so you can actually see it. But yeah, I just love this cover. It's been sitting out for the longest time. Usually, as comic collectors, we get the books, might have them for. I've had this out one pretty much close to a year now. I just love looking at it. It's just like one of my favorite covers of this Conan Saga stuff. So definitely worth. Got the redstone, on there, battling a giant squid. But this one I picked up. This was a sale from a couple months ago, actually. This is Conan Saga issue number 14. Anytime I can find anything with like, the executioners, those old school ones with the black mask on with the eyes cut out, I pick them up. Just awesome covers. I can't remember who did. Was this Basheva did this cover? I think. Let me just double check. So another thing I love about these Conan magazines, don't get me wrong, the classic Marvel is super good, but I just love the black and white. Yeah, this is definitely let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a Bushima cover, but I forget who did the artwork in here. Let me see if I can see real quick. Yeah, as Bushima did the artwork inside here too. But yeah, just like I said, don't get me wrong. I like the first part of the Conan Marvel series, like his first appearance and stuff, up through I think it was like issue like 25 or something. I dig that stuff, but I really dig it in black and white. So, and it's pretty hard to. Almost had a tape pull. Yeah, it's pretty hard to go wrong with black and white Conan. So, and again, I've said this before, just like with Sergeant Rock, Conan, I buy here and there. I just need a little bit of it, and I'm fine for a couple months. Like, I'm fine with these couple issues here, and I'm good. I even bought one of the recent ones from Liam Sharp did the whole issue, so, or I should say the majority of the issue. So that was like the last one I picked up. I picked this one up a couple months ago. Like I said, it was probably like about 6 or 7 months in between both those issues. So it's not the stuff I'm going out to hunt for. If the cover's cool, I'll pick it up. So. Same with this kind of stuff. This is Creeps. This is issue number 7, I believe. Is that what it was? Yeah, issue number 7 with the Basil Gogos cover. Yeah, I thought it was a cool cover. Again, this is another thing. I don't really need to get the whole freaking run of this. Yeah, I'm a run collector, so it's hard for me not to buy giant runs of everything. But I mean, these are cool for the modern age. I still like the old school stuff, so the old school magazines, not that they're still pretty affordable and stuff, but like these new horror magazines, they're good, but it doesn't still have that same charm to it or whatever. It just feels like it doesn't feel the same as you read like the stuff like Vampirella and stuff from the 70s. It's like it's cool and all, but something's that thing is missing, the it factor. And I picked up number 12, issue number 12, I should say, with the Frazetta cover, Death Dealer. So I had to pick that up, from his time in with Verotik comics. Creeps. We can take a little look inside here real quick. See if I can see something cool. There you go. This is pretty cool. See some Frankenstein action here. Again, like I said, it's pretty cool, but to me, it's just like, I don't know, something's just not, just doesn't hit as well as the other, like I said, the stuff from Warren and stuff back in the day. The last thing I picked up, this is actually an actual magazine. It's a Horror Hound. This is a Horror Fans magazine. This is issue number 44. I bought it because it has the Crimson Ghost on it. In this issue, it's talking about like Misfits memorabilia. It's more focused towards the post Danzig era. It's talking about like the toys that came out in the 90s. I'm gonna show you a little bit here. I mean, but that's the reason why I bought it. Just because I thought it was pretty cool. I got put that on your wall. Maybe I'll put it right up here in the middle. But yeah, it's more, like I said, it's more dealing with the Jerry Only era. You got some of the toys here. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, like talking about that stuff. So, if you're not a fan of that era, you're probably gonna just hate on it. So you probably should just pass it up. I mean, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.